I've made a decision. I have been creating wall calendars since 2017. I think it might have even been before that, but this is the last one I could find. This is the first one I could find. And I spiral bound it. My local printer printed it. It was great. I ordered 50 of them, and I was so nervous about selling them. So nervous. Here's one from 2014. As you can see, it's a lot more professional. It's got this envelope and everything's so nice. Well, this morning I got an email from one of my long time purchasers of the calendars, and she was asking me if I was going to make another one in 2027. And this is what I've been struggling with. I feel so guilty not creating another calendar because of how much love everyone has for these calendars and how much inspiration and hope and support the calendars have given. But when I sit down to make the calendar, my body just freezes up, like I am not inspired. And I think it's hard for us to be okay with not doing what we think we should be doing. And this comes in many forms. It comes in, career confusion. You've worked your whole life to do this career, and now you're sitting in your early 50s and you're thinking, what the F am I doing? This isn't inspiring anymore. We change so much day by day by day by day. And so to think that you want to do the exact same thing all the time is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, I don't think that that means you have to quit your job by any means, but you could look at your job in a new way or do something on the side that makes you feel more fulfilled, that brings you that inspiration. And the balancing act isn't really that hard when you are inspired to do it, but you just need that inspiration. If you are sitting at a place right now where you're career confused, you're not satisfied, but you have everything you need, you have the job you've always wanted, you have the support you need, you have the family that you need, everything is just looks so good on paper, but inside you're not feeling that inspiration, that is your clue to do something different. And I believe the solution for many of you will be, what creative thing could you do that inspires you? Like, ask yourself, what are you into these days? Do you like to draw? Do you like fitness? Do you like reading? Any sort of interest or passion that you have can be turned into something that fulfills you, that keeps you inspired, that keeps you fulfilled, and can bring in extra money for you. And if that takes off, then of course you can transition from your full-time job to this. And so creating the Side Hustle Bootcamp is for women like you who just are like, why don't I feel satisfied? And that's not a wrong choice. I think you should listen to your heart, listen to your soul. If your soul is screaming at you that this isn't it, we've got options. We could look for ways to find more happiness inside of your job. As an entrepreneur, that means bringing new programs into your job, developing new ideas. That's just as satisfying as doing things, externally. If that doesn't ring true to you, then these side hustles are the way to go. You can do them on your spare time. You can work on them in the morning. You can work on them during lunch. You can work at them when the kids go to bed or after dinner. There's so many possibilities for you inside of a side hustle. And you don't need to know business. You don't need to get an MBA degree. You don't have to go back to school. What you need to do is you just need to have faith that you can do it, and you just need to take the first step. Think about what sounds exciting to you right now. Like if you had to ask yourself, if I was sitting in front of you and I was like, what sounds fun right now? Like it doesn't even have to be about a side hustle or a life-changing thing. Is it to go cook cookies? Is it to go to an art museum? Whatever you are feeling inside and what brings you the most excitement in the moment is what I say you should follow. Because once you start following your excitement, then things, ideas, situations, happen chances will come to you, and it will lead you to more and more exciting things. But we have a tendency to think about, oh, I shouldn't be doing that. I should be doing this thing that I told myself I would do 20 years ago. I should really try to be happy in this thing where I've outgrown it. And that's where I think that you can let it go. You can change. Give yourself permission to evolve. Do the thing now that makes you most excited. It doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't make you a flake. It doesn't make you like, oh, she doesn't know what she wants to do. It makes you realize that the passions that you feel, the excitements that you feel right now, today, is where your soul, where the universe is guiding you to go. Those are the signs that will lead you to the right people. Those are the signs that will lead you to the ideas that you want to have. That's your direction. That is your wayfinder. So follow your excitement. Do the things that you feel inspired to do. Let go of things where you're not inspired to do it, even though people love it and it makes you money. It's not about the money. It's about fulfilling yourself. And I believe if you fulfill yourself, then you can inspire so many more people. If you are trying to just satisfy other people, that inspiration's not going to be there. Those new ideas aren't going to be there. The feeling, the vibration that you emit through your services or products aren't going to be there. It's going to feel stagnant. Can't you feel when someone walks in the room and they're not in a good mood or they're not connected to their source and they're just, oh, if we believe that we need to do the things that, other people are going to like more than ourselves, we're just selling ourselves short. We have so much more potential. New ideas are the fun. New innovations is fulfilling. It's not repeating the same thing that we've done year over year over year because we went to school for it or we've got that position. When I left my executive creative director role at an advertising agency, I worked my entire life to get there. That was the biggest goal ever. I started as a production artist and worked my way up as a graphic designer, then to an assistant art director, and then an art director, and then a creative director, and then an executive creative director, vice president. And I loved it until after 5 years of being in the role, my heart, my soul just craved something different. It craved different creativity. It craved something new. And yes, oh my gosh, it was so scary to put in my resignation. I mean, my parents thought I was crazy. It's just like, this is what you worked for your whole life. Why would you give that up? But I had the faith in myself, and I had the faith in my universe, in my source, in my higher self that would lead me to my next thing. And when you are ready to do your next thing, taking that initial step is the hardest part. But once you take the step, whether it be small and starting something on the side or larger and putting in a resignation, your world will open up for you. If you've heard the saying that's so hard to hear is when you jump, the ledge will come, or when you open the door, the next door will open. You have to take that action though, and that is the hardest part. But you don't have to go all or nothing. And that's why I'm so passionate about creating this for you guys, is you can start small. I know it's scary. I did it. But once I did, everything changed. Everything opened up for me. And I am just so thankful that I had the courage and the guts to make that shift. Let me help you make that shift. You are ready to make that shift. If this is resonating for you and you're just like, yes, I need to do this, apply to this boot camp, because we will get into your passions, your desires, and figure out together what is the best next step for you. And I'll guide you through everything that I've learned over the years of doing so many different entrepreneur projects, whether that be podcasting or creating product or getting things manufactured, or, there's just so much, running events, doing online courses. There's so much opportunity for you. You just need to take that initial step. And your easiest next step is to apply for this boot camp. I believe in you. You can do this. And I hope to see you soon. Okay, but now let's get into the numbers of this live launch. I'm going to pull up my YouTube. What's 4 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 plus 17 plus 12 plus 31? 100 views on YouTube. Substack, I didn't write for the last 2 days. So I'm going to write after this. 0 growth there. What else am I measuring? The form, I don't think anyone has signed up for the form to apply yet, but you can do that now. All the ways to apply, all the information is below on how to apply. When you put in your application, you're not signing up for the course. You're just starting the conversation. There's no money to be charged. You can decide not to do it. It is no commitment. It's just, hey, I might be interested in learning more about this. Here's what I'm looking for. That's all it is. It's just, here's my invitation to you, and it's your response back to me in order to say, I might be interested, but I might not be interested. And there's not anything wrong with that. So just apply if you feel the urge, and let's just see where it goes. Okay, so I think that's the gist of it. Today I am headed to have coffee with a friend. We're going to talk about a women's art retreat that I'm hosting in Mexico in June of 2027. We're going to figure out what the best city is and what kind of art projects that I want us to do. We'll be doing projects with local artisans, and so it's going to be really, really excited. Stay tuned for more information about the women's art retreat in Mexico in 2027. And you can follow me on Instagram at jenlandis.co. And I would love for you to subscribe to this channel, give it a like, comment below. Definitely helps other women who might be needing this encouragement to find me. And so I appreciate that. All right, until the next time, we'll see you tomorrow.